All right, you are not going to believe what's been happening. Seriously, it has been one of the wildest weeks in celebrity news I've seen in a long, long time. So wild, you kind of have to stop and ask yourself, is any of this even real?
I mean, really, what is going on? We're talking about staged burglaries, celebs getting stabbed in alleys, lawsuits that get thrown out in the most unbelievable way. The AV team is calling it a total perfect storm of chaos. So let's try and unpack this whole mess, starting with a crime that honestly sounds like it's straight out of a TV show.
And that's probably because it involves a TV star. We're talking about Dr. Wendy Osefo from Real Housewives. So she and her husband come home from a trip, and they report this massive burglary. But listen to this. The story the police are telling now, it's somehow even crazier than the original crime.
So they claim nearly $500,000, $450,000 to be exact, in designer bags and jewelry just disappeared, vanished. And then, get this, they file insurance claims with not one, not two, but 3 different companies. That sounds like a devastating loss, right? Or was it?
Okay, so here's where the whole thing just falls apart. Investigators are saying the plot was bold for sure, but maybe not the smartest. Why? Because the couple was apparently seen on social media wearing the exact same jewelry they said was stolen. On top of that, authorities claimed they would buy other items, report them stolen, and then just return them to the store for a refund. And the kicker, Dr. Osefo has a PhD and is a college professor. It's just, wow.
Yeah, the Ivy team's report didn't pull any punches. They'd basically said this whole scheme could get them a membership into the Dumbest Criminals Ever Club. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement for a pretty bold crime. Okay, so we're going to shift gears now from financial drama to, well, to actual physical danger. Because believe it or not, the stories are about to get even weirder.
It really feels like celebrities are walking into dangerous situations left and right, completely out of the blue. We're talking about a dark alley late at night or even in the middle of their own concert surrounded by thousands of people. The threat just seems to be everywhere.
Just look at these 2 examples. First, you've got former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez, who winds up in the hospital with stab wounds after this completely bizarre night. Then, you have pop superstar Billie Eilish, who gets violently yanked over a barricade by a fan during her own show. I mean, both situations were sudden, they were violent, and they were just incredibly strange. And the story with Sanchez, the stuff that happened before the fight is just so weird. There's video, and it shows this 20-minute sequence where he's just stumbling around, looks pretty intoxicated. He ducks behind a dumpster for a bit, then he just leans against a wall for 2 whole minutes. Some people think he literally fell asleep on his feet. Then a huge fight breaks out, he gets seriously hurt, but somehow he's seen sprinting away from the scene. The whole thing just makes no sense.
Okay, but out of all the crazy stuff we've talked about this week, nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to what just went down in an LA courtroom. This is the big one, you guys. It's about Drake, his beef with Kendrick Lamar, and a judge who, it turns out, really gets hip-hop.
All right, so here's the deal. Drake actually sued Universal Music Group, that's Kendrick's label, saying they were basically co-conspirators in Kendrick's diss track. He said the song was defamation. So he tried to take this rap battle from the booth to the courtroom. And well, let's just say it did not go the way he thought it would.
The result? Case dismissed. And the judge's entire reasoning was basically boiled down to 4 simple, powerful words. It's all rap battle. She didn't just toss the case out. She basically gave everyone a masterclass on what a hip-hop beef actually is.
And honestly, her logic was brilliant. The judge pointed out that, rappers in a battle aren't exactly journalists. The average person listening knows a diss track is just opinion, it's not a statement of fact. She even pointed out that Kendrick's lyrics were a direct comeback to things Drake had already said, and she analyzed the cadence of the whole beef. It was this incredible ruling that pretty much said, hey, you can't bring the rules of the rap game into my courtroom and expect me to play along.
And just when you think it can't possibly get any weirder, oh, it does. Let's do a quick rapid-fire round of a few other absurd headlines from this week, because why not?
First up, we've got RFK Jr. making some serious waves with a new theory. He's pointing to studies that suggest circumcised children have double the rate of autism, and he's claiming it's highly likely because they're given Tylenol for the pain. It's a pretty controversial claim, connecting a medical procedure, a common painkiller, and a really complex condition.
And on a slightly lighter note, how about this? Comedian and, famous germaphobe Howie Mandel started his own esports team.
And he is running it exactly how you'd think he would, making all the players use hand sanitizer, but apparently he completely lost it when he found a rotten banana peel on one of the keyboards. So yeah, even in the world of video games, Howie's rules are law.
So, okay. After a week of fake heists, weird back alley fights, and rap battles being decided by a judge, it's really hard to know what to even think anymore. It feels like the line between what's real, what's entertainment, and what's just pure chaos is completely disappearing.
I gotta know what you guys think about all this. Which story just completely blew your mind? Was it the alleged insurance scam with the Real Housewife? The whole bizarre Mark Sanchez situation? Or the judge basically schooling Drake on Hip Hop 101? Drop a comment below and tell me which one you think is the most unbelievable.
And here's one last thing to think about. If you were dropped into one of these insane situations, do you think you'd do anything differently? I mean, it's easy for us to sit back and judge, but man, it's a wild world out there.
If you agree with this topic or want more like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support motivates me to bring the best content for you.